Hello everybody and welcome back to Adulting with Bricks. This week, if you were a kid in the 80s, then you probably remember seeing cartoons with Strawberry Shortcake or the Care Bears in them. What does that have to do with Lego, you might ask, or playing with bricks? Well, this week we found sets that incorporate both of these intellectual properties. So we'll start with the Strawberry Shortcake sets. The Strawberry Shortcake sets I picked up at Five Below. They are not block tech sets. These sets were called Snap and Switch sets, and there were two of them. The first one was the Strawberry Shortcake Bakery, and it was 112 pieces. And the second one we built was the Strawberry Shortcake Produce Stand, and it was 123 pieces. Now, both of these came with one minifig, and that was a Strawberry Shortcake minifig with Custard, the cat, in it. This one is the bakery, and I will move Strawberry out of the way here so we can see into the bakery more. And all of the details in the bakery are stickers. So from that standpoint, with the exception of the table here, all of this is stickers. Most of the detail on the side and on the front here are also stickers, with the exception of the flowers. Didn't love the builds. The pieces, you can tell, were kind of cheap. They didn't bend or anything like that, but they did not snap together as well as some of the other sets that we've gotten from not only Lego but from other different lines. So didn't really love this. I mean, it's cute, it's small. I do have an 80s shelf, back to things that I was into in the 80s, including Strawberry Shortcake, the Care Bears, Rainbow Bright. So I probably will add these to the shelf, but not in love with it. All the stickers, though, I will say they were printed on clear. I did actually kind of like that part of it, because if you've noticed, Lego, when they print stickers or some of these other sets, the background doesn't exactly match the brick color, and here you don't have to worry about that for the overlapping part that's not printed, being the clear sticker paper. So I did like that about the set. So this was the first one. Now, I did not build but one of the Strawberry Shortcakes. I left the other one in the package just for reasons. And as you can see here, this is the produce stand, and the stickers, while clear, are not great. That one's popping off, and I just built this today, so that is one thing I don't really love, especially on like this one, because you're dealing with all this angled brick, so the stickers trying to stick to that was just not great, and it made it harder to line things up. So that is one thing. So all the awning is actually stickers. It was just white bricks. The produce sign is a sticker as well on this one, but you did build some berries and the flowers and things. So they are very simple builds. Like I said, about 100 pieces. It says for 6 up. Honestly, probably could have gotten, for a 5-year-old niece, I think she probably could have built these if I had kind of, with a little bit of help, just because the instructions, not the greatest, not the worst I've seen by any stretch. I mean, they were fairly clear, but but still not the best. So from that standpoint, you know, like I said, we'll probably hold on to it. Just don't really love it. And I'm kind of surprised, though. It might be interesting to see what else they do in this line. They do have some Hello Kitty stuff. I think that is the same thing at Five Below. And I noticed on their website the other day that they are going to do some Halloween stuff. So some Halloween, I'm not into horror that much, but some of the horror films, they are going to do some licensed brands with those as well. So it might be, if you're into horror, somebody, and you build that, let me know if the instructions were better, if they had higher piece counts. You know, did you maybe like it? You know, some people may like it. But of course, the second IP that we're going to talk about, and the one I have actually more of, are the Care Bears. Now, I absolutely love the Care Bears growing up. I still have the original plastic Care-a-Lot. I have all but Good Luck Bear in the little PVC Care Bears. Actually had them all at one point in my life, but when I was a toddler, I did lose Good Luck Bear. Never got him back because he was one of the hard bears to find, so we never found him. And he's something I do keep an eye out when we're out at like a vintage toy store somewhere, in hopes that maybe one day I'll have him. But I also got out Wish Bear just because he was actually my very first teddy bear, and he is one that I love, and I kind of wish in a minute when I show you this that they had done him as one of the sets, because he is my favorite. I also have them all as stuffed bears as well. When we got, not long after we got married, Jared started picking those up. He went and got into antiquing and would go to antique stores, and I have all of the stuffed Care Bears from the 80s. So they're not out in here. They do take up a lot of space, so they're currently put away, but that is something that they had. But jumping back to Strawberry Shortcake for just a second, because I just realized the produce stand also came with the little wheelbarrow, so it does have that. To that. But now on to Care Bears. So the first thing that we got, let's start by, this is Brickcraft. So Brickcraft has got several IPs that they have right now. They do have Strawberry Shortcake. I will say that. They do have Strawberry Shortcake, and it's her in a car. I think it's about $30 or $40. I have not picked it up. I have seen it. I actually did see it the other day, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. In retrospect now, I probably should have gotten it, but I didn't. And I might still if I decide to get that instead. But the first set that we are going to do for the Care Bears are they had flowers. And so the sets are between 65 and 80 pieces. There's actually 4 in the line, and I have 3. We have Grumpy Bear, Good Luck Bear, and Cheer Bear. And those 3 sets of flowers, I will tell you, kids can build them, and they're very easy, and they'll love them, because I let my 10-year-old niece was over here. She was dying to play with Lego, and this is what she chose to build. I had a friend set all prepped for her, ready to let her tear loose onto, not where she wanted to go. So the first one here is Cheer Bear, and it is a flower, and we have the petals, 5 petals on this that are heart-shaped with hearts in them. We have a little heart medallion for their tummy, and then of course little pink leaves, and of course their face is the center of the flower, including the little ears. So it's really very cute. Then we have Grumpy, who is clearly one of my other favorite bears. Again, the little heart medallion that's kind of hidden on this one. The 5 petals and his little face as the center. And last but not least, we have Good Luck Bear. And we have the flowers, the little heart medallion, and again, a couple of petals in his face. So they were all fairly simple builds. For her, she flew through them. The instructions are great. Like I said, she's 10. She does build Lego fairly regularly, so she's pretty adept at it. But she flew through them, and I mean, in like minutes, which was, she was probably building honestly faster than I would have. And so I do think these are great for kids. The other set was also Brickcraft. And back around, I think, second quarter, so sometime after Christmas, they have started doing like different sections over in their collectibles section at Walmart. They do like an anime, a horror, and like kind of a throwback. It's been Friends, it's been Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears. This last time, I think it was Star Wars, Jurassic Park kind of thing. But they had a set in there, and it was Brickcraft, and it was Cheer Bear and Grumpy Bear. And the set at the time retailed for $20. And when I looked at it, their faces kind of threw me off, and I was like, no, I don't really want this, you know. And I kept saying if I could find it for $10, I would get it and buy it and do it. Well, they all disappeared and dried up, and so I decided I even looked on the Brickcraft website, was like, if they're on sale there, I'll pick one up. They didn't have it, and then a couple weeks ago on the clearance aisle, lo and behold, one showed up for, yes, $10. So, needless to say, it came home. It was 336 pieces, and this is the actual build. Again, I will say, the one thing about this set, I love the build, love the instructions. It was a pretty quick build. I like how they did the Care Bears. I like the ball and socket joints. They're very poseable. As far as that, of course, they are meant to set in a certain spot, like how they did the rainbow and that it has the Care Bear logo. I will say I do think the heads are disproportionate to the body on here. I do like that everything is printed. Again, no stickers, always a fan. But when you hold it up to an actual Care Bear, even to a plush Care Bear, the head is not that oversized on the body. It's pretty well in proportion. In fact, honestly, the tummy is the part that's over proportionate on a Care Bear. So I do think that they did miss a little bit of the boat in that design aspect, but lots of detail. Still a really cute build. Yes, it will definitely be going on the 80s shelf along with the little flowers. But yeah, love this. So again, would definitely pick up Brickcraft again. I'm starting to really like Brickcraft. I have another Brickcraft over here that's an IP that we'll see probably in future weeks, and I'm really excited to do that one. So, but let me know, if you see Brickcraft out or go on their website, what's an IP that you would like to see either them do if they don't already do it? Think they might give a better treatment, even possibly better than Lego would do. What's one that you would like to see, or what is one you'd like to see me maybe pick up and try and build and see what's going on with it? Let me know. Like I said, Brickcraft, though, you can find that at Walmart. You can find some of them at Hobby Lobby, and they do have a website. So, but that's it for this week. I hope you liked this 80s throwback edition. And if you did, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you again next week.